LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Well, they faked me out a little bit there. It's the Leominster High School chorus that sings the national anthem tonight with the support and backing of the Leominster High School marching band there for support, but not for playing.
I'm sure we'll get a good halftime.
I was going to say, halftime.
I saw them practicing. They had the electronics out there. I'm expecting a fantastic halftime show. And it looks like the Westboro Rangers brought their band. I'm hoping they get together because we know that they provide great entertainment also.
Fantastic.
The Marching Rangers.
It's a 15-minute extended halftime coming up tonight. We'll have the homecoming court as provided by Leominster High School's Student Council. We'll have all of that coming for you as well as things progress through the evening on this great homecoming night. Bill Thomas, we are ready for the play-by-play.
And our award-winning play-by-play is brought to you by RC Excitement, the Northeast premier radio-controlled complex, located at 208 Bemis Road in Fitchburg, online at rcexcitement.com. Now, with the call of the game, the voice of the Blue Devils, Todd Robbins.
All right, Bill Thomas, thank you so much. Ball going down on the T40-yard line at our right, and backing off of said ball and getting ready to provide the kick, it's John Badui who will do the kicking. He'll be kicking from right to left to open things off. A battle of 1 and 3 teams. Both Leominster and Westboro need this one. On the approach is Badui. The kick is away. It is a squibber on the field. We're underway. It's a loose football, still loose, and it appears Leominster on a third opportunity got on top of it at their own 44-yard line. Nice job, heads up by the upmen to keep an eye on that football. Looked like 33 Dom Swain got on top of that one. Great pickup, pulling up the ball at a very timely opportunity.
Rebound right there, rebounded out of the pile, back to him, and he was the closest player to it, got on it. Good job right there, good fumble drill.
And Leominster gets great field position, first down and 10, their own 45-yard line. Kate, it's okay to smile. Cuz picked up the ball.
That's right,
it's always
good
nice.
Good job, cousin.
First and 10 out of that I formation. It's Tossie up under center. Tossie the snap, the handoff is for Caden Constant, who is dotting the I, who crosses midfield, sheds a defender, and he's off to the races. Down the left numbers, cuts back in with a block from Encarnacion. Flags are out on the play. Constant is into the end zone with a 55-yard apparent touchdown run, but there are flags at the 10-yard line. Encarnacion is going to get called for a block in the back is my suspicion, which is going to end Caden Constant's touchdown run. The penalty will be enforced from the 10-yard line. It is a block in the back indeed that is signaled. So one play from scrimmage and Leominster has the apparent touchdown taken down off the board, but it will be enforced from the point of the flag at the 10, mark it back 10 yards to the 20. So it's a 45-yard run for Constant. Back to the, go ahead, Kate, just tell us. I'm struggling with the math.
If it happened at the 10-yard line,
correct.
So it would have been assessed 45 yards
55 to the end zone was the run for Constant.
So it's back to a 35-yard pickup for Constant.
1 + 2 + 1 + 1. That's how this whole thing works.
Right there.
Absolutely.
I'm staying out of this one.
First down and 10, out of an I, left hash. Tossie, the snap, give it to the fullback Martinez, and he'll take it off left side, cross the 20 to the 18-yard line. Gain of 2, second down and 8, so a whole lot of excitement, Bill Thomas, that now kind of gets tamped down a little bit.
You talked about, you had some conversations about the Blue Devils having a great practice, and Caden Constant was one of the people he picked out as having a good practice this week and coming out with some fresh legs.
That's the way you go about doing that. Second down and 8 to go. Tossie up under center. Faked it to Martinez. Gave it to Constant with some room in a block. Open to the end zone and in. It's a Blue Devil touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown scamper for Caden Constant. If at first you don't succeed, just keep trying, and Constant will run it in for 6.
And you have a good practice, and the coach rewards you, and I think that proves the point right there. 2 plays, 2 carries, Caden brings it across the goal line for him.
I would also add, you practice like you play is the old cliche.
Exactly right.
It certainly proved it in that first series. 10:52 to play here in quarter 1. It's 6-0. Leominster with the early lead. Tossie will hold for Terry DeOliveira. Tossie gets the ball down, diving effort, but DeOliveira splits the uprights. Teams coming back up the field. 10:52 to play in quarter 1. It's Leominster 7 and Westboro nothing, and more to come. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV, and you got to see it. The first 55-yard run was fantastic. Gets called back on the flags, which were questionable. I would love to see a replay to see if Encarnacion cracked him on the shoulder, or did he really see the entire number and put it in the back? If he did, then flag was correct.
That's what you get when you get that picket line following you to the end zone sometimes, but still a great effort.
Absolutely.
Great all-around effort by both players, even though we did get a flag on that play. But, yeah, Todd, that's just a great way to open the game. And, we talked a little bit before the break. You practice good, you get credit for it. And Coach rewarded him first 2 carries of the game. And, I'm sure Caden's not happy not being quarterback, and talked about some different faces.
Back to historic Doyle Field on the K-Zone. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and great to have you with us on a Saturday night homecoming special. Back end of a homecoming weekend doubleheader here on the K-Zone. Kate will have a drive summary for us in a moment. DeOliveira's got the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left. He's on the approach, swings the right leg and sends it end over end from right to left. It will check up at the 15-yard line, be played shin high, full head of steam, coming back up field. Look like 18 Logan Main on the return. Main takes it across the 25 and then the 30 before being pushed out of bounds shy of the 35-yard line. Kate, you've got a Leominster drive summary.
I certainly do. All right, we had a 1-minute long drive covering 55 yards total. It was 3 plays long. It ends in the 18-yard touchdown rush by Caden Constant. Extra point is good. Leominster on top of Westboro right now, 7-0.
Coach Joe Beveridge's spread offense takes the field behind quarterback Marco Macucci, who's in a shotgun set. 3 receivers out in the formation, 2 to his right, as this one is 1st and 10 on the right hash from the Ranger 33 going right to left. The snap and the first give was for Matt Silva, the running back, who cuts back across the grain, pushes forward for a gain of 1.5, almost 2. Call it 2nd down and a long 8. Kickoff brought to you by Fraticelli Oil. Exceptional comfort, warmth, and efficiency for your dollar. That's heating with environmentally friendly wood pellets from Fraticelli Oil Company in Leominster. Service available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Same-day delivery online at FraticelliOilCo.com. Fraticelli Oil, the place to save heating dollars. 2nd down and 8 to go for the Rangers. Ball at their own 34-yard line. It's a shotgun set. 4 receivers out in that formation. The snap, back to pass. With some time, it's Macucci. Now gets flushed out of the pocket, going to his left with some room. Slashes across the 35, then the 40. He's driven out of bounds at the 43-yard line, and that is right about on the number for a Ranger 1st down. We await the official signal.
They're only going to give him a gain of 8, so it's going to be 3rd down and 1 from the Ranger 42-yard line. I didn't think it was the best spot from across the field. I thought that was a pretty conservative spotting of the ball, but nevertheless, it's going to be 3rd and short for the Rangers.
Yeah, give Aguilar good credit there. Made a nice angle here to the sideline and cut him off just short of that 1st down.
3rd down, about a yard to go, passing the 9.5-minute mark here of quarter number 1. Leominster with the early 7-0 lead. Macucci stands in a shotgun set. Receiver on either side of the formation, and H-back set off the formation left. There was a flinch by the tight end on the right side of the line, and the flags are out on the play. It'll make it 3rd down and a little bit longer.
And Bill Thomas, I will say, on the previous play, I thought I saw something similar as well, both tight ends on the left and on the right. And so I think they got away with one on the previous play, and then it happens again.
And I wouldn't be at all surprised if the officials were alerted to it by his coach on the sideline or a player, but a little extra hut thrown in there and pulled his own person out of position.
So make it 3rd down and 6 to go after the 5-yard penalty. Ball back to the 37. Shotgun set for Makuchi. The snap and the give was for Silva. Silva kind of plugs the hole, crossing the 35 and down right around that line of scrimmage at the 37-ish yard line once again. They'll scatter the bodies, and yes, it was no gain officially on the play. 4th down, 7 to go.
And that 5-yard penalty changed the entire tone of that drive right there. Took them out of 3rd and short, 3rd and long, went for no gain, and now all of a sudden you're out on the field in punt formation.
Riley Costa goes back in punt return formation to the 25-yard line of Leominster. Punt coming up here for Joe Marino. Marino stands with his left foot at the Ranger 25-yard line, and now a flag comes out from the referee in the backfield, and personnel problems. It's an illegal substitution. 12 men on the field for the Rangers. Now, Bill Thomas, they only have 32 players on this roster for the Rangers. It is the shortest I have ever seen.
I thought I was looking at a St. Bernard's roster.
I was going to say.
You know, Kate and I were talking pregame. It looks like they're carrying about 45 dressed. I'm guessing we might see some JV numbers we might not be familiar with. But, yeah, very short roster for Westboro.
After the 5-yard penalty, it's 4th and 11. Back at the 20-yard line is Marino. Gets a good snap, gets an end-over-end punt that is returned. Able to be fielded off his chest by Costa. Cross the midfield line. He's got the 40, 35 of the Rangers, and then thrown out of bounds at said 30-yard line. Nice return by Riley Costa of 25 yards and gives Leominster great field position. 1st and 10 at the Ranger 33-yard line. Make it 34-yard line. 1st down and 10 to go as Leominster goes left to right, wearing the home royal blue tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue and white. Devils across the front of the chest with the white numerals front and back. The classic Leominster white helmets with the single royal blue stripe and white cages.
Costa with a full head of steam there. Great punt return. Great starting field position here inside the 40.
Take advantage of it. They need to take advantage every time.
I formation under center. The snap is bobbled. Tossie lost it. It bumped the back end of the center. Tony Kendall sent everybody scrambling into the pile. Who came out with it at the 33? It is Ranger football. Ranger football. So, of course, the ongoing demands of put the quarterback under center. That has been the ongoing chorus. And you know what? Sometimes being up under center isn't any better. As that snap, the center to quarterback exchange fails Leominster. Ball comes loose. It's Ranger football, still chasing a 7-0 Leominster lead.
Yeah, I'd like to see Toshi over here working with the center right now and take some snaps while they got some extra time here, but that'll happen, and we talked about that. Moving the quarterback up at the center. He's been operating in the shotgun. You know, it's basically all we've seen from the Leominster offense the last 3 years, so it's a little different look, a little different feel.
1st down and 10 to go. Ball at the Leominster the Ranger 33-yard line. They will go from right to left. Shotgun sent for Makuchi. 3 receivers out in the formation. He asked for the football. It's option out to the right. It's an option pass. Looking downfield, throw is long and incomplete. Theo Henderson threw the pass on the halfback option downfield. Receiver had won the battle going down. Streaking, it was Luke Hadley. He was overthrown incomplete.
Yeah, let up a little bit there, I think, at about the 45, and then the ball kind of caught him off guard, I think, and that's where the overthrow happened.
Bill Thomas, when you see something like that come out that early, that clearly means that the Westboro coaching staff has seen something in the defensive secondary. Leominster has probably been falling asleep in the defensive secondary if they're bringing that play out right away, because they're clearly trying to take advantage of an obvious weakness.
Well, I'm looking at the defense. They're running, the Leominster is running kind of a 3-5, and they're really got 8 in the box, so it doesn't surprise me.
Shotgun sent on 2nd and 10 from the Ranger 33. Trip set up to the right of the formation. Makuchi the snap. He will keep it himself. Racing for the right edge. Sheds a defender. Now turns the right edge. He's able to nose the football forward to the Ranger 35 for a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and long. 3rd down, about 8 to go.
Nice job by Ricky and Cascione over there to cut off the angle and string that out. Running towards the sideline is not going to get you very many yards going forward, and then they're going to end up 3rd and long right here.
Time and temperature brought to you by Dorico's Market, a full-service meat market and deli. It's Worcester's Gold 2 old-fashioned butcher shop and specialty market since 1947. My family's go-to butcher shop for your holiday needs
right off
forever, as long as I've been.
Everybody knows about it.
Coming soon to 1123 Central Street in Leominster and online at Doricos.com. 3rd down and 8 to go. Back to pass from the Ranger 35. Makuchi backpedaling. Throw is swatted down at the line. It was the center screen. He was looking for Silva, and that got knocked away incomplete. It'll bring up a 4th down and 8.
Steph Rosemont, I think it was, had hands up there and on defense. Good job right there to deflect that pass.
That time and temperature brought to you by Dorico's Market. 55 degrees under cloudy skies. It feels like 55. We're down from our daytime high of 62. It's going to fall as low as 50. It'll be a little bit after we conclude here. 7:17 on a Saturday night, October the 9th, here on the K-Zone. Punt away off the side of the foot for Marino. Will roll forward and check up out of bounds on the Ranger sideline. Leominster will have the football. 1st down and 10, their own 48-yard line, going left to right. 6:46 to play here in quarter 1. 7-0. Leominster's lead right now, and a Leominster 1st down and 10 is brought to you by Leominster Credit Union. Make your plans happen at LCU. It starts with membership. Check them out on the web at leominstercu.com. At Leominster Credit Union, you're somebody.
And Billy, we've had a tale of two cities so far for the Leominster's offense. They got to settle down here quickly.
We're going to see if we can run a couple of plays without making a mistake.
Straight eye backfield, and dotting that eye was Mackay Newton. Newton right into the scrum, crossing the 50-yard line and ahead to the Ranger 48. Call it a gain of a solid 3.5 2nd down, and a long 6 to go coming up here for Leominster.
Yeah, you won't see a tougher 3 yards, and right there, somebody just threw a ball in the field. Come on, you got to be kidding me.
There's a
tennis ball.
Loose tennis ball that's gone bouncing onto the Doyle Field turf.
But, yeah, you won't see a tougher 3 yards, but nice job right there to get this drive started. Something positive has got to happen out of this, and I think it's going to happen on the ground.
On 2nd down and 7, the I formation snap, and the give was for Newton. Snuffed out by the Ranger defense in the backfield. First man there was 52 for the Rangers, of course. One of the many numbers not available on our charts.
We had a feeling that was going to happen.
32 players, and that guy
and
wasn't listed.
They've dressed close to 50, so I'm guessing they've got their JV team here, too.
See if their
that didn't
JV
take long.
roster is online.
That would be entirely helpful. Thank you so much, Kate. It'll make it a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Leominster back across midfield to their own 48-yard line. They need the Ranger 43 for a 1st down as the march continues from left to right. Straight eye backfield, Tossi under center with a receiver on either side. Back to pass, quick 5 steps, looks up the right sideline, and falling down was Brian Aguilar. Incomplete. He may have clipped heels with Matt Silva, the defensive back, going downfield.
Tangled feet. We'll give that to Tangled feet.
Bring up a 4th down and 9 to go. See that smattering of pink out there, reminding you that October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Get your scans early and often. Early detection, the key to fighting breast cancer. 4th down and 10 to go. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Blue Devils on this 4th down and 10. Nico Martinez on to punt, stands at his own 35, gets a good snap, and he's going to keep it. Gets a block, chipped on the corner, across the 50, cut back across the 40, still on his feet. He's got Leominster 1st down, takes a pop, spins to the 28-yard line. He was a little out of gas, but it is a Leominster 1st down for Nico Martinez on what ends up looking like a fake punt and a gain of 24.
I think he wanted to throw that was his first inclination, but nobody to the near side here, and he just took off. But yeah, you talk about his legs almost gave up on him a couple yards short of that 1st down marker, but somehow he found the will.
5:05 left here in quarter 1, 7-0 Leominster's lead, and the drive continues on a little Bill Thomas trickeration there on 4th down to keep the drive alive.
Hey, we got one from each team now, so keeps you on your toes.
1st and 10 from the Ranger 28, straight eye back, feed Nico Martinez, the fullback into the pile, drives his legs forward across the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 to go.
Nice little reward right there on that carry, too. You know, you make a play, get another chance, and the Blue Devils are doing everything right now.
They gave him a great spot. They gave him a gain of 9,
well, he
2nd down and a yard.
I don't think he was on the ground. I think he kind of did a roll on top of a Ranger and got an extra 2 or 3 yards at the end of that.
It is at the Ranger 18, straight eye backfield, Tossi under center. Snap, give it to Mackay Newton. Head of steam, takes on the first defender he can find at that 1st level, drives his legs across the 15 and down to the Ranger 13-yard line, and it is a Leominster 1st down to the 4:10 mark here of the 1st quarter, in a 7-0 Leominster lead as they look to add.
You know, Coach talked about new look, new faces, a little different wrinkles, and my 3 weeks away, I'm seeing an entirely different Blue Devils offense here. Up under center, you know, some basic smash mouth football and to some good success here in the first quarter.
Tossie under center. The snap, little counter move, pitch to the outside, finds Newton running for the left edge, got the left sideline, stretches, reaching across the 5-yard line and down around the 2, looking for a Leominster first down. And he does have a Leominster first down and goal to go at the Ranger 2-yard line.
Be a pickup of 11 for Newton.
First quarter action here on the K-Zone, brought to you by Acme Carpet One in Lunenburg, a local family-owned floor covering store doing business in the same location for over 50 years. There's lots of pros and cons in the flooring business, and these are the pros online at acmecarpet1.com. On first down and goal to go, Leominster out of an eye. Tossie the snap, gave it to Martinez, plows forward into the pile and stood up right around the goal line. They're going to call it the 1/2 yard line. It'll be second down and goal to go with a 1/2 yard left, Kate.
I was just telling you it was Martinez. I didn't know if you were still reading your read.
Under 3 minutes to play here
Martinez
on second
again.
and goal. They feed Martinez to the end zone and in for a Blue Devil touchdown.
Hey, that's rewarded there with a smile on. And nice job by Martinez finishing off that fake punt and getting the first down and then doing the rest of the job pretty much on his own.
Drive number 1 was all about Caden Constant. Drive number 2 ends up being all about the fullback Nico Martinez, who from punt formation kept the drive alive with his legs, converting a fourth down, and then he finished the drive on in with a Leominster touchdown. Tossie gets the ball down. D'Oliveira's kick is up and good, and the teams come back up the field. 2:56 to play here in quarter 1. It's 14-0 Leominster. A break and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. And Bill Thomas, the thing that I keep seeing on these point afters, they are racing the edge, are the Rangers, and that guy is going full layout down low for the ball. If Leominster slows down even a little bit on their timing, he's going to get there.
Well, you know, and it's if that's all we got to worry about is whether they're going to be able to block an extra point tonight, I think we're going to be in good shape, Todd. But you're right. Rangers might see something there, think they can get in on a quick snap, but
1 point could make a difference.
It could, but we're up 14-0 right now, and we know Rangers have had trouble scoring the last couple of weeks, and playing with a short roster. So I think Leominster's got to feel pretty good about this 14-0 lead in the first quarter.
Back to historic Doyle Field in Leominster here on the K-Zone. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins on a Saturday night. Homecoming here at Doyle Field. Great crowd on hand. Communities both traveled well in tonight. Student sections piled up, bands here as well, and the ball's on the tee. 40-yard line at our left, and D'Oliveira puts it all into it, end over end. The ball gets muffed at the Ranger 20-yard line. Matt Silva will pick it up. He'll start his rush forward across the 25 and lean down to about the 26, and the Ranger football will be there. First down and 10 at their own 26 and 1/2 yard line. As they go right to left, wearing the road white tops, navy blue bottoms, navy blue accents with the cranberry numerals front and back. The cranberry helmets with the navy blue cages, and the Ranger now on either side of their helmet as well, as they've made some modifications, done away with the triple stripe and a few things they've had in years past on these uniforms. And it is a matte cranberry color as well. First down and 10 to go for the Rangers. Their own 26 going right to left. Shotgun set for Makuchi. He'll ask for the football. Snap. Handoff for Silva. Silva takes it into the pile off the right, leans forward, gains 1. Second down and 9. Matt Silva is sitting in as the starting running back. Adam Steinberg had been the all-everything running back, point after kicker, and punter for the Rangers. He is a scratch tonight for the Rangers. He had 2 touchdowns in a game earlier this year and accounted for most of the scoring for the Rangers. So with Steinberg out, Silva in, scoring production, much like the stock market, going in the wrong direction for the Rangers.
Good point, Todd. And that's all it takes sometimes when, that player is important and you don't have a lot of backup when it comes to offensive weapons. You lose that one key player, and all of a sudden I think we've seen what struggles that's led to for the Rangers offense the last 2 weeks.
Ball officially marked at their own 27-yard line. Second down and 9 to go. A ground ball snap fielded by Makuchi. Keeps his wits about him. Gets hit as he throws by Caden Constant. And the throw downfield is a catch made by the running back Silva. Skidding to a stop at the Ranger 40-yard line, and enough for a Westboro first down.
I got to tell you, Makuchi took a big hit right there. I think it was 75 that got in on him just as he let the ball go, but nice job hanging hanging in there, completing that pass for the first down.
Under the 2-minute mark here of quarter number 1, now passing the 1:40 mark. Leominster with the 14-0 lead. Rangers driving maybe their best drive thus far we've seen tonight.
Godswill Digne, big kid. I'm going to keep my eye on him. Number 75 on defense.
Shotgun set, 3 receivers in the formation, 2 located to the right, and a hard count causes a jump up front. Looked like 55 from Leominster breaks the neutral zone. Giovanni Roman, the junior, broke that neutral zone, and there are no more free plays, remember, by Federation
rules. Going the other way. Oh, nope, the official turned around this way now.
It's an offside, yes.
They got the Rangers to back up, but now
5 yards ago.
The huddle's
in this
10
direction.
yards down the field.
That's
now.
right.
The official was facing towards the Rangers. They're like, all right, we'll back up.
It'll be a 1st and 5 with the nose of the football sniffing the 45-yard line of the Rangers.
Offense is looking for the football here. It's like, where'd you go?
They have to trot to catch up to the spot. 1st and 5, they need midfield for a reset of the sticks.
Now they're on the play clock.
Makuchi with the shotgun set, trip set up in the formation to the left. Asks for the football, give it to Silva. He races out to the left behind those trips, spins across midfield, eluding 3 defenders, and down at the Leominster 46-yard line with a Westboro first down once again.
Nice slashing run right there by Silva. Waited just long enough to turn it upfield. Found that seam, picked up a first down. Nice strong run right there on first down.
From our Walker Orthodontics mobile broadcast booth, I'm Todd Robbins. Is someone in your pod not sleeping well? Well, talk to Walker Orthodontics in Lunenburg, a pioneer in advanced airway orthodontics. Online at drwalker.com, Walker Orthodontics is your first step to a better night's sleep. First down and 10 to go for the Rangers from the Leominster 46-yard line at left hash. It's a shotgun snap that is low. Makuchi fields it, got the handoff to Silva. Silva keeps pushing his way forward, crossed the Leominster 45, and finally finished off at the Leominster 42-yard line with a strong 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
It looks like they're going to ride Silva here as long as they can and hope that they can work their way down the field on his legs.
With
Silva right
32
now,
players, there aren't a lot of other options.
5 carries, 15 yards for Silva.
And that's the way quarter number 1 will end here at Doyle Field tonight. Leominster 14 and Westboro nothing. Leominster dominates first quarter play. We'll see what happens when the team's change ends on into the second quarter as we continue. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV in first quarter action tonight on a beautiful night here at historic Doyle Field. Still plenty of time to come on down. Hope you get a chance to get out here at some point today or on your way down to be a part of these homecoming festivities. What a night out here at Doyle Field tonight. Perfect, picture perfect. Little cloudy, that we saw the moon. It was kind of up over the tunnel earlier. It was picturesque. I think the cloud deck now blocking it out at the moment, but a nice crescent moon sitting up there, Bill Thomas, on a beautiful night here at Doyle Field.
Yeah, as I like to say, Chamber of Commerce weather here for a Saturday night at the football park, and it's a great turnout. You know, Westboro, it's not an easy ride for them to get up here, but they've showed up nice. The fans, they brought their band with them once again. Hope we get to enjoy them. But the Leominster faithful, win or lose, they continue to turn out and support this team week in and week out.
Indeed they will. It's that kind of a community. As we see the second down play set up, Radio's going to rejoin us here in a moment. Teams change ends as we begin second quarter action here on the K-Zone. 2nd down, 7 to go. Makuchi took the ball out to the left of the formation, keeping it himself. He gets tackled on a short loss. It'll be 3rd down and 8 to go. Ball back to the Blue Devil 44-yard line at left hash. As here in the second quarter, the Rangers will drive from left to right. Leominster from right to left. And here come the Rangers to the line. 3rd down and 8 to go. They need the Blue Devil 36-yard line for the first down. Makuchi in a shotgun set, trips open to the right-hand side. One-on-one coverage set, boundary to the left. Makuchi, low snap, fields, steps up in the pocket, and he is sacked. Sacked back at midfield, and he got snatched and taken down on the play.
Looks like 52.
Yeah, indeed, I may have been there, Bill Thomas.
I think it was Steph Rosamond.
Who got a hand on him and then just ripped. I also want to throw something out there for 77. Nico Nevard was in the neighborhood, had the cleanup as well.
Nice job right there. Nice team defense. put a hand on him, and then wait for the help.
Puts the spot back to midfield, and 4th down and 14 to go.
I think it's the first time the Rangers have been in Blue Devil territory tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
It was.
You are correct.
And short-lived as Marino stands back at his own 40 to punt. Gets a good snap. Punt is away. It will check up in favor of the Blue Devils, who thought about stepping up, did Riley Costa to pick it up, but smartly left it alone. And the guy who punted the ball downfield, now check it, it was 82. Johan Badawi, who was the kickoff specialist, was the guy on special teams that got down to touch it down at the 24-yard line of Leominster. 1st down and 10, their own 24 at right hash, going right to left. And Kate, if I'm not mistaken, this is the longest field Leominster has faced tonight.
Oh, by far, thus far. They started at their own 45, the Westboro 32 at their own 48, and now most difficult starting field position of the night thus far for the Blue Devils, their own 24-yard line.
Long field opportunity, chance to get something going offensively. 1st down and 10 at their own 24 out of an eye. Dotting that eye was Caden Constant. He gets the 1st down carry and is wrapped up and taken down. Loses a handful on the play, back to the Leominster 20-yard line, and the Ranger defense was not fooling around with that. They saw it coming, and they wrapped and took him down.
Trying to get a number there. Of course, 54. We don't have him on our roster either, but we'll give the number credit. Wish we had a name to match up with him. But nice job right there shooting the gap, leading to about a 4-yard loss.
2nd down, 15 to go with the ball back to the Leominster 20-yard line. It's an eye backfield. Martinez is the down fullback. Dotting the eye is Constant. A receiver on either side of the formation. Ricky Encarnacion is wide to the left. The snap, the give on 2nd down is to Constant as well. He takes it right. He kind of barrel rolls over top of the defender across the 20 to the Leominster 21-yard line. Gains back 2 of the yards he lost on 1st down, setting up a 3rd and 13. Leominster needs their own 34 for a 1st down.
Henry Ramey in on there along with a little bit of help, but sets up 3rd and long here, and a good chance for the Rangers to flip the field here and take advantage of this. Some good field position here early in the 2nd quarter.
And Kate, this has certainly been a situation that has plagued Leominster consistently throughout the year. Drive killers, early downs that have, of course, ended offensive drives.
And you're absolutely right about that, because once you go to the play call sheet, there's not a lot for 3rd and 13.
And they'll go to a shotgun set here. It's a play action fake. Tossie back to pass. Looks underneath for Encarnacion, and it's just too tall. Incomplete. 4th down and 13 from their own half of the field. Means punting situation for Leominster.
Bill Thomas Tossie, lucky that Encarnacion was able to get a hand on that, because that was going to go right into the breadbasket of one of the DBs.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Encarnacion or Costa was actually the target there, but it was targeted right into a Rangers, like you said, breadbasket, but Encarnacion got in the way of that, played defense.
Martinez stands at his own 7-yard line to punt, gets a good snap. Punt is away with a nice spiral from right to left over the head of Tech Cormier, and the ball will take a Leominster bounce across midfield, and Tech Cormier will down it at the Ranger 47-yard line. 1st down and 10, their own 47 for the Rangers, going left to right. 8:42 to play here in quarter 2. 14-0 is the lead for Leominster, Kate.
Now, Bill Thomas, you need to ask me. You asked me about Leominster's starting field position. You need to ask me about Westborough's now.
How about it?
Best starting field position.
I know, because they
of
basically
the
just
evening.
exchanged the ball right here. They exchanged downs, pretty much where Westboro was when they punted, but they did venture shortly for a very short period of time into Blue Devil territory, so we'll have to see if they can't get something going.
Just had a little funny out there. 75, Godswill Digne for Leominster moving the ball, and the official coming up and being like, thanks for the help, but we'll touch the ball. We'll place it. Thanks so much.
We'll do the spotting. 1st down and 10 from the Ranger 47. Makuchi out of a gun, back to pass, looks up the seam, and it is intercepted. Jared Viola, and he begins the return from right to left with room across midfield. An illegal block is going to call this one back. There are flags out as Viola's return goes across midfield, across the Ranger 40 and down to the 35-yard line, and now a flag torpedoes on up into the air as there's pushing and shoving and extracurriculars at the conclusion of the play. So there is a minimum of 2 fouls on the play. One is going to be for personal conduct. The other one, likely an illegal block, is going to set Leominster back.
Yeah,
But Todd
it looks
and Billy,
like a blindside block right there on that interception return.
but the material point is it happened well after the interception
the interception
happened.
will stand,
so that
absolutely.
will stand.
It's all post possession.
Correct.
Both penalties are against Leominster. It was an illegal blindside onside block followed by an unsportsmanlike conduct. Tack all that on. The ball is right now set down at the 33-yard line of the Rangers.
It's going to put them back near the goal line when they're done marching this off. Definitely on their own side of their 50, but we'll see how this works out. But I'm guessing they might double up here and put 30 yards on this.
So now they're putting the mark, because the mark will go back where the illegal block was, which is
That's
about
where
the
the block in the back
43-yard
was.
line.
Yeah, that started everything. Then down near the 35 is where it looked like maybe some language was exchanged.
The officials are packing a
So
lunch as they begin the walkout.
That should bring them down to the
About
26 or 27 yard line.
Yeah, long walk in.
And the walk continues.
But the key is, and you mentioned it, Kate, post-possession Blue Devils football.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jared
So
Viola
it's like
with
a
the
punt.
interception.
You can look at it as a punt. If the Rangers were not going to get anything out of it, exchange of field position, pretty much where the Blue Devils were when they
So
punted.
they set the ball down at the 27-yard line. First down and 10 for Leominster. But once again, come back to this in a second. Let's get the first down play.
That's a lot to add up.
First down and 10 out of an eye. Up under center, it's Tossi. The snap, give it to Caden Constant. Slashes back into some room on the left. He's going to scamper his way into the open field. Eluded defender at midfield. Needs a block. He'll be caught from behind across the 40 and spun down at the Ranger 38-yard line. It is a Leominster first down and then some for Caden Constant on a gain of 36.
And look where the ball ends up.
Right
where the
back where it
penalty
was.
started. They gained
More
30.
or less.
Wow, what an exchange. Wrap that sequence up, Todd, before we get too far along.
8:10 to play here in the second quarter. Leominster with the 14-0 lead. Leominster penalized 30 yards after an interception, and then a 36-yard run back for Caden Constant. Sets up a Leominster first down and 10 at the Ranger 38-yard line. Out of an eye, Tossi under center. The snap, give it to Mackay Newton. Takes it off the right of the formation with some room. Cross the 35, then the 30, and down at the 29-yard line. It's a first down carry, good for 8 for Mackay Newton to the 30-yard line. I want to just step in and make my point that I was going to make when the whole thing started. and that was, of course, Leominster does something amazing with a Jared Viola interception, but then, of course, you have the illegal block, which is going to happen with that kind of flip of field, but then you tack a 15-yard personal foul for a lack of discipline on it. Meanwhile, Mackay Newton gets the handoff and races his way across the left side. The 15 and inside the 10, taken down around the 8-yard line for another Leominster first down. And what you ultimately end up having is a big positive that gets penalized into a big negative, which sets you back. Leominster gets lucky that Caden Constant's able to get a first down carry of 36 yards, and so it all comes out in the wash in the end, as here comes Leominster on first down and goal. Flag out from the back judge. Newton reaches the ball for the goal line and in for another apparent Leominster touchdown, but the back judge has a flag up in the air.
Couple of
It's on the
flags.
defense.
Looks like saw a hold somebody. Looked like he was pointing at the tight end, but we'll have to see here.
Official is motioning toward the Leominster backfield.
Yeah.
7:06 to play here in the second. The
Back
crew is
judges.
conversing.
Back judge is looking towards those ends, looking for holding. But what do we
Illegal
got?
substitution signaled
Oh, hold. Yeah, we got a
against.
hold.
Okay, so hang on.
Offside.
There was two different flags that came out on that play. The first signal was illegal substitution, and it went against the Rangers. The second was a hold against Leominster. By rules, those penalties will offset, and they will replay first down from the Ranger 9-yard line. 7:06 to play here in the second quarter. 14-0 Leominster's lead. It is a second apparent touchdown that came down off the board.
See if they can't make up for this one just like they did the first time.
Mackay Newton dots the eye, the snap, 2 fakes, Tossi a hard rollout. He's under duress, eludes 2 defenders, was not going to elude 3 as he got leg swept down to the ground just shy of the 30-yard line at the Ranger 29, and Leominster's got a third down and a country mile to go.
And how he holds on to that ball, I have no idea. He's in the middle of his throwing motion, getting swallowed up by 3 defenders, and somehow had a grip on that ball and kept it to the ground.
It's a 10-yard loss on an and goal to go. Second down and goal from the 19-yard line, now going right to left. Out of an eye. Here's the snap. Give it to Mackay Newton. Martinez causes the block, springs him to the edge, and into the end zone for a Leominster touchdown.
Jack Fish leading the way, and on that play that didn't count, Jack Fish was out there too. That was a carbon copy of the play that got called back. This time they're putting the points on the board.
6:14 to play in the second quarter. It's Leominster 20, And Westboro nothing, point after pending a Terry D'Oliveira kick. But once again, you make the note, Bill Thomas, the same play that counted that got called back on a series of penalties. How many times in a game are you going to be able to have to do the same thing twice and ultimately get it to work on two different occasions?
Both times, exactly, like carbon copy.
Tossie gets the ball down. D'Oliveira's kick from right to left toward the Morton Street Hill is good. And as the teams come back up the field, 6:14 to play in the second quarter. It's 21-0, Leominster's lead, and more to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. We'll wrap our point up here as part of bonus coverage on Leominster TV. The end results, Bill Thomas, because, of course, of the Rangers' lack of development to this point in the season, is allowing Leominster to run the same play a second time and score. But on the bigger picture, in a game against a more difficult opponent, you're not going to get to make those kinds of mistakes and then get to make up for them on the other side.
No, and Leominster's 2 for 2 in making up for those mistakes. And, that was just an instant replay right there on the play that got called back right up to Jack Fish out there. It was a wide receiver leading the charge around the corner, and couldn't have drawn it up any better 2 times and have it work any better 2 times in a row like that. But once again, short roster on Westboro, a little tired. They played a lot of defense in this first half up to this point, and Leominster saw something they could take advantage of, and they did.
Back to Doyle Field in Leominster. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. D'Oliveira with the kick right on the point off the tee. End over end, this thing spirals. It will be returned from the Ranger 25-yard line. Luke Hadley on the return from left to right. Races his way forward, touched up just shy of that 30-yard line. Hadley gets wrapped and taken down. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Rangers at the Leominster 30-yard line at the Ranger 30-yard line going left to right. 6:07 to play here in the second quarter. Leominster with a 21-0 lead. Time for our hard-working player spotlight. It's brought to you by Catania Oils of Air. Catania Oils promises authenticity in every drop. A New England staple for 7 decades, and you can find Catania Oils at your favorite grocery location. Online at CataniaOils.com. We'll get to that in 1 second here. 1st down and 10 to go for the Rangers at their own 30 going left to right. It's an empty set backfield. 5 receivers out in the formation. Motion man was Silva. He gets the snap from Makuchi, and Silva gets that handoff, turns the left end on the end around, races forward across that 30 and up to about the 32 for a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Bill Thomas, Catania Oils presents our hard-working player spotlight.
Well, you're going to laugh, but I tell you, Jake Tossie's done a great job handing the ball off. He was never back there dotting that I, but I really like what Caden Constant did to start us off here in that first quarter. Coming off losing his quarterback job, playing spot here, spot there, and all of a sudden he's the spark in that first quarter with 2 strong rushes. And, Makai Newton coming on strong here in the second quarter, but I love what Caden gave us to start the game.
I like the dynamicism of all 3 of the backs. If you include Nico Martinez in there, I like that they have a dynamic rushing
You had to
attack.
make me choose, though.
2nd down, 7 to go. Makuchi the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Races out to the edge. Costa tries an arm tackle that didn't work, but it slowed up Makuchi enough that the rest of the defense was able to close and make the tackle. Shy of the Ranger 40 at the 38-yard line. Leaves them about 2 yards short. 3rd down and about 2 to go. From their own, they keep moving that mark. They make it 3rd down and 3 now from their own 37.
Didn't
here now.
Slide it back a little bit again, Kate?
I've had to change the number 3 times.
I feel like we're playing Battleship.
Who's over nose tackle right now?
B3, no.
Giovanni
All right.
Roman.
B4, still no.
Hit.
3rd down and 3. Makuchi, the snap, kept it himself. Defensive line closes
Nice job.
and
by the
pushes
defensive
them back. At best, no gain, although the official is pointing forward toward the 40-yard line, trying to move that far wing official. And
give it to
they
him.
said it's a 1st down on the
That was
40-yard
liberal.
line.
That was liberal.
I'll even go with generous. The wing
Very.
official on the Leominster side was saying the guy on the Ranger side wasn't lined up with the ball, and he was pointing forward, but yet was walking to his left, which would be back, not forward, while he was doing it. Strange spot. But it is a Ranger 1st down to the 40-yard line, just inside of right
That
hash.
far side wing official had him at least a yard short. at least a yard short.
And that's the Ranger side of the field.
Yeah.
3:50 and counting left here in the second quarter. 21-0 Leominster lead. Ranger drive continues from left to right. Shotgun set, trips out to the left, low snap, fielded by Makuchi. Handoff made for Silva, found some space off left of the formation, 40-45, and is cut out just across the 45 at the 46-yard line.
Nice.
Goes for a gain of 6, second down and 4.
Nice open field tackle right there by Jared Viola, and there was yards to gain if he sidesteps Jared right there. First down and more.
Leominster High School marching band trying to rally the crowd. Second down, 4 to go. Ball at the Ranger 46, just inside of left hash. Hadley will split out deep to the right of the formation. One-on-one coverage. Meanwhile, trips tight to the boundary left. Out of a gun. Makuchi gets the snap, flips the screen left behind that trips, and forward he will race toward midfield, and that is good enough for another Ranger first down. A nice scamper by Silva after making the catch.
Nice little screen pass out there. Not much help, but only needed to pick up about 5. Did it all on his own. So I'm surprised they haven't used Hadley more as a fade. He's got about 6 inches on the cornerback out here who's ever defended him. And it looks like he'd win about every jump ball thrown his way.
I was going to say, tall guy is Hadley,
is.
6'5", 185. Trip set up to the right of this shotgun set for Makuchi. The snap and the give this time for Silva once again. Comes right and then just inside the end will lean forward across midfield to the Blue Devil 48.5 yard line. Goes for a gain of 1.5. Second down and 8.5 to go.
Delmar right on the wrap up right there after that short gain. Give him 2.
Now, other than the attempted pass by Theo Henderson early on in the first quarter, the only 2 Rangers to touch the ball tonight have been Makuchi and Silva, the running back and the quarterback. That is it.
It's a great point, Kate. It feels very one-dimensional out of this shotgun set. Makuchi, quick 3-step flip, finds Silva. Silva, as the door closed, out to his right of the formation. Makai Newton was there to slow things down a little bit, stepping up from a linebacker spot, and a nice job scrambling back into the play. It was Delmar Wright, the junior lineman, that got in there as well, and Silva is slow to get up. Leominster's training staff off the sideline first, and now here comes the Westboro training staff racing over from the far sideline. Clock stop 96 seconds before halftime on this homecoming night. 21-0. Leominster's lead right now as Silva is attended to on the near sideline.
The trainers are out there shaking it. I think he must have just not to laugh about an injury. I think he got the wind knocked out. The trainers are exchanging pleasantries while he gains his breath back. That was a great
First
scene.
time they've worked
great
together.
Scene. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, how you doing, kid? We'll see you
sportsmanship.
again.
I love the sportsmanship.
Absolutely. You know, and I'm glad he got up on his own because he's been a major part of their offense. He's got to sit out one play, but I'm sure we'll see him back.
Walking off, gets a fist bump from the training staff.
Well, this will be the first time, unless, of course, you have Makuchi keep the ball and rush it here. Somebody else might have the opportunity to touch the football for the Rangers. So we'll look for the draw play here.
On 3rd and 2 last time, we saw Makuchi keep it. I wouldn't be at all surprised just so they can get get Silva back in the game with a fresh set of downs right now, I think.
3rd down and 12, though, coming
He
up.
might put the ball up, though. Maybe
Need the Leominster 40 for a first, moving left to right.
A little screen play to the fullback, maybe.
And a 34 not on our roster is in the backfield with Makuchi. Back to pass. Leominster blitzes, and down he goes. Great play coming into the backfield there. It was Ivan Kadua who got in there and grabbed Makuchi and brought him down on the play. Lost a handful more back to the Ranger 46-yard line, as the drive is supposed to be going from left to right, but has seemingly been doing more right to left than left to right at the moment.
Looks like the Blue Devils are content just to let the clock run here and accept a punt. Imagine 21 zip is good for halftime here. No sense trying to embarrass Westboro.
Coming up at the half, performance from the Leominster High School Marching Band. For those of you joining us on Leominster
TV.
He
put his knee down.
He did. A low snap was fielded by Marino with one knee on the ground. It'll be Leominster football deep up in Ranger territory at the Ranger 34-yard line, and that's going to force Coach Devin Gates to think long and hard about
maybe
trying to
try
score one more time.
If he gets the punt away, I'm guessing we go in the locker room. I'm sure he's going to run an offensive play now.
Don't have a choice but to think about it. Coming up at the half, Kate's first half recap, scores from around the weekend as we wrap things up here. Last game of the weekend right here at Doyle Field for homecoming, Leominster and Westboro. We'll have the other scores from around the region for you at the half. We've got our monumental moment and our mid-game adjustments, all that coming up, plus the homecoming court from Leominster High School. We'll have that announcement for you at the half as well. Pistol set, 1st and 10, back to pass, Tossie, his clothesline, his helmet is taken off, and a player should be ejected. That is absolutely nonsensical. No way somebody should be going that high on a player. I don't care what the score is. I don't care what the situation is. That's not a football hit. That's not clean. That is downright dirty, and that player should be removed from the football game. That's WWE. That's straight up clothesline.
He didn't come in blindside, but he didn't have to come in high like that. He had a clean shot at him, but I tell you, come in, they're calling a face mask because he lost his helmet, but it looked like a lot more than that.
That was clear arm bar across the throat. There was the fact that the helmet came off was incidental.
Let's call it a clothesline.
Oh, straight up clothesline
within the WWE.
Absolutely.
Confines. But
lucky Tossie is still up and able to move.
Putting Tossie back there to throw the ball in this situation, it's I'd hate to see something bad happen.
1st down and 2 to go after the enforcement, and he slings it downfield, and it is intercepted 17 seconds before halftime, and it's Luke Hadley, Bill Thomas. That 6'5" now defensive back using the height to win and get the interception.
But once again, Tossie taking a big hit right there and surrounded by 3 Rangers as he let the ball go, and doesn't surprise me that throw came up short.
And the point of my frustration on that play is as you said, defensive lineman had an absolute clear shot at Tossie. You have a 1 and a 2. You hit him center mass and drop him. That's a big football hit and totally clean. Nothing you can do about that other than block better. When you clothesline him up around the throat, you made a choice to go high. I have a problem with that.
I agree.
Kneel down made by Makuchi, and that's what he's going to take to the locker room. It's a 21-0 deficit for the Rangers at the half. But the last waning few moments here of this second quarter, although Leominster is up 3 touchdowns, feels like it took some of the wind out of the sails of this first half.
The excitement of the action, I think, was overshadowed by some actions on the field. Really had nothing to do with football when it comes to good football play. And it put a damper on what we saw was a great 23 minutes of Blue Devil football, but the last minute there kind of unraveled on both sides of the ball.
To the half they go, and both teams will have a long time to think about it. Full 15-minute homecoming halftime, and we've got it all for you. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Tom's Automotive. Looking for quality auto repair? It's time for Tom's. Tom's Automotive of Fitchburg is known for providing quality auto repairs at affordable prices the same day you bring it in. Tom's Automotive, fixed right the first time and on time. Online at autorepairfitchburg.com. Halftime here on the K-Zone. Bank hometown at the half coming up. Kate's full first half recap. A lot of information to come your way. Scores from around the region. Homecoming court on a homecoming night, as well as our monumental moment and our mid-game adjustments. All that and more to come. 21-0 Leominster at the half. Break and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Halftime here at historic Doyle Field. It means it's Bank Hometown at the half. Bank Hometown's free checking account works for you with free bill pay, mobile check deposits, and over 4,000 free ATMs. Visit bankhometown.com or stop in to their convenient Leominster branch on Sac Boulevard. To open a free checking account, earn up to $200, and unlock your potential. Bank Hometown, member FDIC. Bank Hometown at the half score. It's 21-0. Leominster on top of Westboro. Now 2.5 weeks, and Westboro has not been able to score. Can the Leominster defense be the third straight defense that pitches a 0? We will see how time progresses. 21-0, Leominster on top of Westboro at the half on this homecoming day. Leominster High School Marching Band gets ready for a performance. We'll have that for the folks on Leominster TV, but we will also have part of it for you joining us here on the K-Zone as well. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us. Kate, your first half recap. It's brought to you by Clear Path for Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency. Supporting Clear Path, yeah, right. Let's try that again. Cut, take 2. All right. Supporting Clear Path for Veterans New England's Community Center at Devens supports families and provides connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part by supporting them. Donate now at clearpathne.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. Kate, your first half recap. It's brought to you by Clear Path for Veterans New England, supported by Northeast Insurance Agency.
All right, let's take a look at team totals first. First for the Blue Devils, 169 total yards of offense in the first half, all coming courtesy of their rushing attack over the course of 22 plays on offense. 9 first downs for the Blue Devils in the first half. 1 turnover on the night for Leominster as of right now. Now let's take a look at the Westboro Rangers side of things. Only 50 total yards of offense thus far for the Rangers. 16 coming courtesy of their aerial attack, 34 coming courtesy of their ground game. A 20 offensive play attempts by Westboro, 4 first downs and 1 turnover as well. If we take a look at time and possession, Leominster has had the ball for 10 minutes, and oddly enough, Westboro has had the ball for 14 minutes on offense thus far in this one. Now let's take a look at individual notable statistics. First from the Westboro Rangers side of things. Let's take a look first at their rushing attack, coming courtesy of Matt Silva. 9 rushes, 22 yards. He's averaging 2.4 yards per carry. Out of the quarterback spot, Marco Micucci. He's had the ball 7 times for a net of 12 yards of rushing offense out of the quarterback spot. Now Micucci in the air, he is 2 of 3 passing for 16 yards total passing, both of which went to the back. Matt Silva, 2 receptions, 1 for 12 yards and 1 for 4 yards, a total of 16 yards passing for them. Now let's take a look at the Blue Devils side of things. Individual notable statistics out of the backfield. The backfield consisting of Makai Newton, 7 rushes for 63 yards. Nico Martinez, 5 rushes for 37 yards. Caden Constant, 5 rushes for 87 yards. And, of course, unfortunately, Jacob Tossi's been sacked a few times, so he has a net of negative 18 yards on offense for the Blue Devils. Tossi has attempted 2 passes, but both of them were incomplete. We take a look now at the 3 touchdowns for the Leominster Blue Devils. In the first quarter of action with 10:52 remaining was an 18-yard touchdown rush by Caden Constant. The Blue Devils go up 7-0 in the first. Then with 2:56 remaining in the first quarter, the 1-yard touchdown rush by Nico Martinez. Again, extra point good there. Leominster Blue Devils were up 14-0 at that point in time. And then rounding out the first half of action with 6:14 remaining in the first half, the 19-yard touchdown rush by Makai Newton. That means, yes, all 3 backs for Leominster, Constant, Newton, and Martinez, each with 1 touchdown apiece. And right now, Leominster Blue Devils on top of the Rangers of Westboro, 21-0 in the first half. And right now, the Leominster Blue Devil Marching Band is in the midst of their halftime performance, and we are going to take it to Leominster Marching Band to finish out their halftime set.
That's the Leominster High School Marching Band on a homecoming Saturday here on the K-Zone. And what a first half performance, or halftime performance, that was. Bill Thomas's favorite flautist he has ever seen. Young lady right in the front row.
She has some style, and she is rocking it.
Did kind of a full
back bends, a half
full
gymnastics.
kind of matrix move there. I was impressed.
She's got that showmanship that you need when you're in a band, and it really adds that extra flavor to it.
Indeed it does, and what a performance it was here at the half. 21-0. Rollstones. Rollstone, how about try Bank Hometown at the half? My goodness, get your sponsors straight. Here we go. Bank Hometown at the half. 21-0. Leominster on top of Westboro at the half. We'll have homecoming presentations coming in a matter of moments as well. But first, let's get your complete weekend scoreboard here on homecoming weekend from all across the region. It's brought to you by North End Mazda in Lunenburg. North End Mazda invites you to shop their express store, a 100% online experience with instant pricing and no hassle. Build your deal online at northendmazda.com. The North End Mazda halftime scoreboard. We go back to last night across the region. Abby Kelly tops Murdoch 39-21. Worcester Tech edges Assabet Valley 13-12. Valley Tech continues their dominance of the Colonial League. 49-0, a win over Monty Tech. Narragansett subbed in for Burncoat and beat up Worcester North 41-6, the final score in that one. Out at Hal Lane Field in Holden, bonfire, Spider-Man notwithstanding. It was the 300th game for head coach Mike Dubzinski as the coach of the Wachusett Mountaineers, and they double up Doherty 28-14, the final score of that one. Algonquin tops Shepherd Hill 21-14. Maynard over Groton Dunstable 32-0 with the defensive blanking. Shrewsbury gets a solid win against Neshoba 30-13 onto their record. And how about Lunenburg taking the wood to Gardner 55-6, the final score in that one. Oakmont throws a 0 up at Hudson 27-0. Hudson was topping their league in playoffs first power ratings, and they got blanked after getting published as the top of their group. Ayr Shirley 36-13, a win last night. West Boylston over Tingsboro was a 7-7 game on into the third, and then the Lions explode 35-14, the final, with a whole bunch of fourth quarter scoring. Abby Kelly a 39-21 victory over Murdoch. Fitchburg 42-34 over Marlborough in a game you heard as part one of our homecoming weekend doubleheader. It was an exciting one out at Kelleher Field last night. A great win for the Red Raiders at 42-34. The game of the night on the Friday night slate had to belong to Grafton and Northbridge. The 5-0 now Grafton Gators got taken to overtime by the Rams of Northbridge and Coach Ken LaChapelle. 28-20 in the first overtime. The Gators score, the Rams do not. Game over, 28-20. Grafton a winner in that one in overtime, and the Gators improve to 5-0. Quabog tops Oxford 23-12. Leicester over Tantascwa 35-8. Games in the earlier window today on this Saturday, October the 9th. Baypath 19-14 over Sutton. St. Paul over Blackstone Millville Hopedale in a game that was played last night, 26-14, St. Paul a victor. St. Bernard's with the whooping on Nipmuc, 46-20. Worcester South over North Middlesex by double, 26-13. Millbury over Uxbridge, 40-34. And the score most notable of the day, Catholic Memorial, 16th ranked in Division 2, 44. St. John's of Division 1, nothing. 44-0. That's your halftime scoreboard, brought to you by North End Mazda. Kate, homecoming festivities continue out here on Doyle Field, and you've got the homecoming royalty sent to us by Ben Joseph. He is the student council advisor at Leominster High School, and as selected by Leominster High School, this is the homecoming royalty for 2021.
You're certainly right about that. We've had these results in for a little while, but we have had them embargoed.
They have been embargoed.
So the announcements are happening as we speak out on the field. So for this year's homecoming royalty. Representing the faculty this year, Jim Oxford. He looks dapper out there. He's with his daughter, which is absolutely adorable that he brought his daughter out there with him. So love that from Coach Oxford. Representing the freshman class for homecoming patients, Roberge and Reese Laura. Representing the sophomore class, that would be Nicole Kelly and Guillermo Elias. That would be Memi Elias.
I feel like we've watched Memi grow up from that interview back a few years ago.
Love Memi. What a great kid. Representing the junior class, Dimani Canuto and Ricky Encarnacion, and the 4 seniors representing the senior class, Diana Cabrera, Giovanni Carrasquillo, Jelanis Molina, and Javik Perez. And so that is your 2021 Leominster High School homecoming royalty. And again, congratulations to all of them. These were individuals chosen by their peers as examples of school spirit, character, and achievement. So a great job done by the Leominster High School Student Council as always for homecoming festivities. Not easy in a pandemic to do anything, clubs, activities,
Absolutely.
anything. So a tip of the cap to all of the band representatives, the band boosters, the Stuco kids, every single club and activity here. We saw the dance troupe out here again. We saw a chorus out here again. So the fact that all of these different things are going on, the baseball team was able to be honored. You know that finally things are starting to feel a little bit back to normal when all of these clubs and activities, all of these pregame festivities are able to go on. So we're thrilled about all of that.
That's progress as we have it, and it's always great to see that sign of school spirit resuming. Let's take a look at our monumental moment of the first half. It's brought to you by Leominster Monument in Lunenburg. Leominster Monument's locally owned with on-site quality craftsmanship for over 40 years. At Leominster Monument Company, memories are forever. Online at leominstermonument.com. Memories are most definitely forever. Our new mailbox post inscribed with our home number right there by Leominster Monument. We thank them for their fantastic work. Looking forward to digging the ditch, Bill Thomas. Gotta dig a hole. Put this new granite mailbox post with a beautiful number inscribed on it by Leominster Monument. Our monumental moment, I think there's a lot of ways we can go with this monumental moment by Leominster Monument, but I think you got to look at that opening drive. You can't ignore the value of that opening drive, Leominster being able to redo something and ultimately score. Caden Constant gets the opening drive touchdown. It was one play, then it ended up being 3 plays, but at the end of the day, it was a Leominster touchdown to open the football game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Todd, but I'm going to give you a little yang to the yin there.
Sure, absolutely.
Nico Martinez, that fake punt, whether I don't know if that was going to be a pass out of that fake or he
just
saw
a
some
botched
opening,
punt.
or he saw some rush coming and was running for his life, and his legs almost gave out on him, and ultimately he gets a first down, and 3 plays later, he's taking it across the goal line. So I think that fake punt, however that was drawn up, whether it was in the dirt or in his head, turned out great and turned into a touchdown, and that's really my memory of the first half.
I don't disagree. Those are our monumental moments of the first half, brought to you by Leominster Monument. 21-0, Leominster on top of Westboro at the half. Second half action about to get underway. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. Marking off the distance is Terry DeOliveira. He'll be kicking from right to left. DeOliveira starts the approach. Full head of steam, swings the right leg, and it will wobble downfield and ultimately just kind of be slapped down and covered up kind of awkwardly. Joe Marino gets on top of it with the football. First down and 10 for the Rangers at the 32-yard line, their own, going left to right, just 1 second into this third quarter. Our mid-game adjustments, they're brought to you by Builders Surplus in Lunenburg. They have a great selection of first-quality building materials at prices you will like. Online at builders-surplus.com or stop by 29 Summer Street. You know what you need. Get it at Builders Surplus for less. Bill Thomas will have his mid-game adjustments right after this first down play. First down and 10 Rangers. It's a shotgun set, their own 31. It's a low snap, bobbled by Makuchi, and he just has to fall on it back at his own 26-yard line. Bill Thomas, Builders Surplus, brings us your mid-game adjustments, which I'm guessing for the Rangers is going to include some execution.
It's going to include some execution, but I think it's going to include some additional offensive plays too. And only 2 plays get positive yards for you on offense in 24 minutes of play. I think that you become very easy to defend, and they got to find a way to open up their offense, whether swing the ball downfield, throw maybe a couple of wide receiver screens, a couple of cuts over the middle. You got to loosen up that rush on the Blue Devils are throwing at them right now. And whether it's a run defense rush or they're going after the quarterback, got to find a way to get more than 2 people involved on offense when you're in Westboro.
2nd and 17 from their own 26 going left to right. They need their own 42 for the first down. Another low snap. Makuchi fielded it and got it in the back pocket of Matt Silva. Good to see him up and back in the game. It's still on his feet as he races out to the left edge. He's got midfield. He gets shoulder blocked out of bounds by Riley Costa at the 40-yard line. It's a huge run for Matt Silva to open things up a little bit for the Rangers, and a gain of 36 to the Leominster 39-yard line. Nice scamper for Matt Silva.
Yeah, you never like to see the opposition come up with a big play, but of all the players, Matt Silva, we saw him on the ground injured there towards the end of that first half, coming back strong after the break. Good to see, and get a little spark. I think that might be the deepest that the Rangers have driven into Blue Devil territory at this point.
Indeed, it may have been, at least on
we're gonna
a
have to
single
ask Kate
play.
there to
That
get,
is correct by
to
4 yards, Bill Thomas.
Right, some memory
right.
banks working here, but Rangers
Deepest
got to
by
feel
4
pretty good
yards.
about that.
1st and 10 from the Blue Devil 39. Shotgun set. Diamond trips off the right of the formation. Single receiver one-on-one to the left. Hard count. Makuchi takes the snap. He's going to bounce it to the outside right, moving laterally, and he's not able to go anywhere. Down he goes, just shy of the 40-yard line, and pushed back to the Leominster 42. It'll be a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. Bill, to your point on your builder's surplus mid-game adjustments, I think maybe the important point here to take away from it if you're the Rangers is it's certainly not because Leominster has been totally dominating you on the football field. The scoreboard says 21-0. Leominster has scored 3 times, but defensively there's certainly been room to be able to progress, and the Rangers just haven't advanced. I mean, coming into the night, 2 teams are 1-3, kind of like 2 teams cut from the same cloth. There was certainly an opportunity for Leominster here. They've capitalized thus far. There's opportunities for Westboro out there as well. 2nd down and 12 to go. Shotgun set. The give is for Silva. He goes left. He is swallowed up by the Blue Devil defense, who right at the line stops him at the point of attack. Maybe a short gain. Call it 3rd down and 11. They need the Blue Devils 29, Bill.
You know, and to expand on your thought, Todd, opportunities for both teams that have been struggling. Obviously, a little more offensive struggles on the Westboro Rangers side of the ball, but you know, one of these teams had to take advantage of this situation. The Blue Devils have. They've grasped it with this situation with both hands, taking firm control. And Westboro's just made it easier by only having 2 offensive players when they have the ball. And going back about 2 plays ago, when Silva's out of the game, who's ever the backup running back, you can almost guarantee that Makuchi's going to carry the ball himself. It's a keep or some kind of broken up pass play. So they've narrowed their choices down to a very small window, and Blue Devils defense is taking advantage of it.
And now Coach Joe Beveridge has got to ask for a timeout. There was some confusion in the play call signal that was coming into quarterback Marco Makuchi, and so they have to stop play. 9:13 to play here in the 3rd. 21-0 is Leominster's
And you
lead.
wonder if they didn't call a number other than 10 or 33, and Makuchi couldn't figure out what the play was supposed to be.
What do I do with this?
Who am I giving the ball to, Coach? So you've got to wonder there.
2nd half kickoff brought to you by Manny's Appliances. Manny's Appliances features a complete lineup of major brand name appliances with exclusive rebates the big box stores do not have. Manny's voted #1 appliance store by our community year after year. Buy the best from Manny's, 120 Hamilton Street, Leominster, the official appliance dealer of the Worcester Red Sox.
Woo Sox.
That is right, the Woo Sox. They're going to be hosting a little high school football.
I saw
down
that.
there at Polar Park.
St. Paul.
Sunday, October the 24th. St. Paul and Littleton are going to do battle down there. That ought to be a great battle of some of the smaller division teams. And then maybe notable, St. John's of Shrewsbury and Zavarian, the afternoon cap of that doubleheader as well. And
it's a great venue if you haven't been there to a ball game.
I have not
but
yet.
I tell you, the site, there's not, when they say there's not a bad seat in the house, they literally mean it. For a baseball field, that's really saying something.
We call this foreshadowing, Bill Thomas. The office is going to hear from me on Monday.
Oh,
We're going to
absolutely.
talk this over a little bit.
I'd love to
think it's a great
there.
idea as well.
I think so, too. Let's get that game on the schedule.
3rd down and 12. Shotgun set out of the timeout, and the handoff bounces out to the right in the hands of Silva, who is spun down out of the timeout and maybe nose the ball forward another yard or so and call it fourth down and 11 to go for the Rangers. Actually, they backed it up from the 40 to the 41 of Leominster.
Fourth and
what are we
going to do
fourth
right
and
here?
12. They need the Leominster 30-yard line for a reset of the sticks. Actually, just a little beyond the 30 at about the 29 1/2 is where the Rangers need for the first down. But clearly, down 21-0, 8.5 to play in the third. They're going for it here, says Coach Joe Beveridge. Shotgun set for McCucci. Silva in the backfield with him. 4 receivers in the formation. McCucci back to pass. Now gets pushed to his right. Throws across his body. Looking down the right sideline and short and incomplete. Riley Costa there. Jared Viola there already with an interception today. And Luke Hadley was the intended receiver. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Ball back to Leominster. First and 10, their own 41-yard line going right to left. Here in quarter number 3, wearing the home royal blue tops. White bottoms trimmed in royal blue. Got the classic Leominster white helmet with the single royal blue stripe, devils across the chest, and a smattering of pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month here in October. On first down and 10, Tossie out of an eye. The snap dotting was Newton. He gets the handoff, races out to the right edge, finds his way at the right numbers, and down the stretch he goes. Slapped at by Matt Silva, who tries the rip and strip, but he takes down Newton across the Ranger 30 and down around the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 44 for Mackay Newton.
Got him by the shoestrings right there, just grabbed onto one of them and tripped him up, but he was headed for the end zone.
He's looked faster the last couple of weeks.
And more determined than ever. Gets this first down handoff, takes it off the right of the formation inside the end, and crosses the 15-yard line and taken down around the 17-ish neighborhood. Yes, that was Mackay
Maybe a gain of 4.
Carry.
It's going to be down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and just to reflect a little bit on Mackay, you said he looks a little faster, a little stronger, but battling injuries, we had high hopes for him last year.
Sure.
And he played most of the year injured, so it's nice to see him having some success.
Gain of 6 on first down for Newton. Make it a gain of 5, 2nd and 5. A snap, Tossie puts it in the hands of Martinez, the fullback, who got some room and then steps on into the teeth of the defense, pushes the pack across the 5. It is a Leominster first down and goal to go on a gain of 8.
Nice job there by Martinez doing some sidestepping. Usually the fullback's not known for that, the maneuver, and they're usually that power runner that's rolling over people, but nice job right there to get a reset on the downs and get a first and goal at around, looks like around the 5-yard line.
Martinez tonight, 6 carries, 45 yards. He's averaging 7.5 yards per carry tonight.
Tossie under center out of an eye. The snap, it's a bobbled snap. He lost it into the teeth of the defense. Who's at the bottom of the pile? It sure looks like the Rangers are there. The officials have not signaled yet, but the celebration has begun. It's Ranger football.
Pulling out a little too quick. Tossie's got to work on that, but I don't want to see him give up on that. I like that under center offense. Let's just keep working on that. I'd love to see him come over here and work on that with his center while they got some time, but don't give up on that just because you put the ball on the ground.
The difficulty here becomes, though, that is the second lost fumble for the Blue Devils on the night, and that becomes increasingly more difficult as you continue this season.
On that center to quarterback exchange between Tony Kendall, the center, and Jake Tossie, the quarterback. That seems to be where the problem is at, and sometimes it's just the feel. It's a little cooler out there tonight. One of the first cooler games of the season, so of course fingertips become part of the question as well. Meanwhile, from the shadow of their own goal line, first down and 10 for the Rangers. From their own 4-yard line, first down carry goes to who else? Silva. He will rip off a quick 3.5, 4 yards. Second down and 6 coming up, just shy of the 10-yard line at about the 9.
13 carries on the night for Silva, 62 total yards of rushing offense from him. He's averaging 4.8 yards per carry on the night.
6:10 and counting left here in the third quarter. 21-0 Leominster's lead. 2 giveaways, 2 fumbles for Leominster tonight. Rangers were not able to capitalize the first time. Can they capitalize with 95 yards in front of them? Silva on second down and 5. Races out to the right of the formation. Flags come from all over the field as Silva crosses the 10-yard line to the 11.
Gain of 2 right now.
Yeah, it stands right now as a gain of 2 as the officials are trying to sort out were they the same infraction or were they different infractions?
Got the look of a hold.
And that is the signal, hold against the Rangers.
That back judge winds up his arm and throws that flag about 20 yards. That's his only job if there's no receivers down there looking for holding.
And he found it.
He had it, along with the side judge over here, too. And I think I saw 3 flags. So
somebody else
pretty
had
obvious,
it as well.
Pretty obvious.
They mark it half the distance back because of course, being so close to the Rangers' end of the field.
It's only going to go back 1 yard, though.
Yeah, more or less. It looks like about the 7-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 to go. And here's the shotgun snap. Flag at the snap. Pass thrown down the right sideline is intercepted by Jared Viola. And Viola in stride continues forward across the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. But there is a flag out at the snap. And it looks like the signal is either procedure, formation, or participation. One of those going against the Rangers. It is declined, and it is Leominster football. The interception stands. 2nd of the day for Jared Viola.
Quite the exchange of events right there, but you know, as soon as you saw that rush coming, you knew Mukushi looked like he was in trouble. He just lofted that ball up there. Nice timing job by Jared Viola. I thought he was going to streak down the sideline, got tripped up there at the 10. Blue Devils get the ball back in great shape.
Leominster with a little personnel problem. Rangers with a personnel problem. Constant asked for the ball, and it snapped over his head as Constant was in a Wildcat quarterback spot. And once again, that one gets launched past Constant all the way down past the Ranger 30 to the 32. And Leominster loses 25-plus yards on an end goal to go situation. They need a pair of binoculars to see the goal line at this point.
It's a loss of 22 on the play.
5:05 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. And once again, Martinez doesn't know the snap count. Once again, it gets snapped. The flag should have killed the play as Martinez ran before the ball was snapped. Whistles and flags do stop the play, and once again stops what is a complete debacle as the tires have fallen off the bus.
And it looked like Martinez could have stepped up and stepped left.
And another flag just got whipped out from the Westboro sideline. So it's procedure against Leominster for the moment, and then ... what else is coming at the tail end?
That's got to be words from that sideline over there. Could be a warning.
It's a sideline warning getting thrown against Coach Beveridge's staff on the Rangers
I think
side.
they wanted some lost yardage out of that, not a penalty, but it's only going to cost the Blue Devils 5 instead of 25 right there, and they're fortunate.
So clock this.
Let's put that.
The stick is still showing first down.
You notice who's back on the field? The normal quarterback now under center.
Yeah.
We're done with that.
Jake Tossi is going to resume quarterback in the I formation on 2nd down and goal to go.
No loss of down there?
From the 37. There should not be. Caden Constant gets the handoff. Constant gets a little help from Encarnacion down the left sideline and in for a 37-yard touchdown run.
That almost feels anticlimactic after all of that, but great job by Caden Constant.
Feels like being rewarded for doing everything wrong.
That's what I mean. That was anticlimactic right there.
But it nonetheless is a Caden Constant touchdown run.
Well deserved. And once he put his hands on the ball, he knew what to do with it.
4:44 to play here in the 3rd. It's 27-0 Leominster's lead. D'Olivero with the point after coming up. Tossi to hold.
You know, you talk about getting rewarded for making mistakes. It's almost like they had extra field to play with and they used it.
Ball down. D'Olivero's kick is up and no good. He pulled it toward the scoreboard, kicking toward the Morton Street Hill. Back up the field come the teams. 4:44 to play here in the 3rd. 27-0. Leominster on top of Westboro and more to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Adversity, Bill Thomas, as we go into bonus coverage, is a good thing. Adversity is where education can come from and where coaching can come from. There's going to be a lot of coaching and education going on down on the sideline. Because while, you celebrate adding 6 more to the board and Constant runs a phenomenal open touchdown to the end zone for 37 yards, most other nights, you're going to be paying for that in a very meaningful way.
Yeah, you usually don't get points out of that kind of sequence, and for him to have that whole left side wide open, we've seen that play a number of times tonight, though. We saw Mekhi Newton run that same play, so it's not surprising they used it to their advantage.
Back to Doyle Field on a Saturday night, a homecoming Saturday, second of 2 this week. Hope you enjoyed Fitchburg and Marlborough. Great battle on Friday night we had for you here on the K-Zone, and now back with you here on Saturday night as well. Such a great opportunity. Wish we had more of those Friday, Saturday opportunities. If Leominster and Fitchburg and St. Bernard's could all get together and sort out their scheduling in order to make it all work, it'd be a lot more Friday, Saturdays for us here on the K-Zone. As they swing the right leg, does the Oliveira downfield. It will be returned from left to right with a full head of steam coming upfield. Got some room, did Logan Main across the Ranger 30 and the 35 and take it down at the 36-yard line. It is a first down and 10 to go from the 36 for the Rangers, going left to right. 4:37 to play here in the third, and a 27-0 Leominster lead. And from our J&R Glass broadcast booth, I'm Todd Robbins with Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins. Great to have you along with us. Our view is incredible because J&R Glass is glass done right, offering quality workmanship and dependable service at a fair price. Online at jnrglass.com. First down and 10 to go for the Rangers, and a hard count. Gets a jump at the line of scrimmage there for Leominster up front. New number into the ball game. That was Corin Sullivan, the junior, 5'11", 270. Got fooled by Makuchi's snap count. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
First time he's seen the field tonight, clean uniform, so we'll give him that one. Let him get a feel for the game. Good to see some, as we like to refer, clean numbers out on the field. Means more kids getting playing time, as well they should.
1st and 5 from the Ranger 41 after the enforcement as Makuchi is in a shotgun set, trips open to the left. Silva in the backfield with him. No, check it. It's the unnamed 34 who gets the handoff. Cross the 40-yard line into the 43, and I fear we're going to see more of this as the second half unfolds, and the roster it feels like we received from Westboro is a little incomplete.
Yeah, and I wish they would pay attention. We like to use names with the numbers, give us everybody, but we give credit where we can, and we'll give numbers when that's all we have. But,
I just feel for the players who it might be their first opportunity, first varsity experience, maybe their only play they ever get to make, and we'd love to be able to call them out and credit them for it, and we know their family certainly would as well, and guess what? We would too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just have to work with what we have.
I don't like just referring to numbers. I like to put a name with it.
2nd down and 3 to go. They need their own 46 for the first. The snap and the give once again. Handoff to what looked like 34 once again back to the line. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 3 to go. Second half time and temperature, it's brought to you by Airport Auto Parts. Airport Auto Parts, the second generation of automotive recyclers, provides the best customer experience. Let them put their expertise to work for you. If Airport does not have the part you need in stock, they can find it for you online at airportautoparts.com. 54 degrees under cloudy skies. We're heading down to 49 tonight. It's 8:32 on a Saturday, October the 9th, here on the K-Zone. Handoff once again, and into the open field races a talented running back who crosses midfield and is down with a Ranger first down at the Leominster 48-yard line.
And who is that talented running back? Number 34.
34, absolutely. I wish I could phone a friend at this point in time. Under 3 minutes to play here in the third. 27-0 Leominster's lead, and the Rangers looking to move their way forward downfield. Shotgun set. Makuchi, the hard count. Give once again. Initial hit. Survives said hit. Back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Well, they actually marked it back as a short loss. Tough spot on that play. Move the ball back to the Leominster 49, 2nd and 11. Rangers need the 48-yard line of the Blue Devils for a reset and a first down. It's a shotgun set, 3 receivers spread in the formation. Makuchi in the gun. Silva steps up as the receiver wide to the right. It's now an option out. It's an option pass downfield. Silva's wide open streaking, makes the catch, untouched, into the end zone. for a touchdown. It's a 49-yard halfback toss from Theo Anderson, who gets the option pitch out, and then he launches downfield to find a streaking Matt Silva. So it's Makuchi to Henderson to Silva to the end zone for 6 for the Rangers.
Well, I guess when you run the ball on every play, you're going to end up sucking the defense up. You're going to catch them sleeping like that. And well-deserved touchdown, well-designed play there by the Westboro Rangers. Take advantage of what looks like Leominster's trying to do, playing that press defense for the run.
And for Coach Joe Beveridge's Rangers, that is their first touchdown in 3 weeks. They were held scoreless in their last 2 games against Grafton and Neshoba, I believe. I'm going to double check that. Yep, Grafton, it was a 50-0 loss on Friday, September the 24th. And then a 27-0 blanking at home against Neshoba. And now trailing 27-0 against Leominster here in the third quarter. They get themselves, on the second time they ran that play, they get it to work, and they were able to launch it downfield for a touchdown. As you said, Bill Thomas, a pretty play. Not often that kind of gadget play gets run twice in a game, but they saw something on video and said, this is going to work. And they made it work when their opportunity came. Timeout was a personnel issue on the point after, and now, of course, both sides are going to spend the full duration of the timeout. 1:50 to play here in the third quarter, 27-6. Leominster's lead at the moment pending the point after. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service. Viola's Fitchburg Tire and Service can get you ready for any season with new tires, brakes, exhaust systems, or your seasonal service needs. Let brothers John and Mike Viola help you stay on the road and in the game. Open 8 to 6, Monday through Friday. Boulder Drive in downtown Fitchburg and online at violatire.net. Coming out of the Ranger timeout and racing over here back to the point after spot. Here comes Coach Beveridge's bunch. They're going to go for 2. Spread 4 receivers wide, 2 on either of the formations. Silva in the backfield with Makuchi. Shotgun snap. Makuchi sets, looks, corner of the end zone, floats. Was looking for Tom Cashman, who was covered by Brian Aguilar, and it was too long, incomplete. Team's coming back up the field. 1:50 to play in the third quarter. The score: Leominster 27 and Westboro 6, and more to come. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV. Great night here at historic Doyle Field, and we're right back with you next Friday night. It's October the 15th. Leominster on the road at Algonquin. 7 o'clock, that kickoff. Our countdown to kickoff on the K-Zone side of things begins at 6. Leominster TV coverage will begin 10 minutes to 7, and we look forward to welcoming you out to Northborough for Leominster at Algonquin. Blue Devils would certainly appreciate the support. Hop in your car, head on down to Northborough for a great night of high school football. Leominster and Algonquin next Friday, October the 15th. Indeed. What better? Yes, the boys are back in town, and this homecoming Saturday night here in Leominster, 27-6. Leominster on top of Westboro, 1:50 to play here in quarter number 3. First touchdown for the Rangers in 3 weeks. Marino's got the ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our left. Ball gets kicked forward loose. It gets knocked around the Leominster 45. There is a scrum for the football. Who knows who actually is going to come out with it? Leominster is signaling they safely have it, and they do. Blue Devils will keep the football, 1st and 10 at their own 45, going right to left.
Trying to see who's the last one off the pile here, but looks like who we're going to give credit there, 56 or 3. I'm not sure who was the last one up. I think Jared Viola might have had a hand in that recovery.
Had a great night tonight, 2 interceptions.
With, John Escabi. How do you pronounce his last name?
Escabi, you were correct.
I got it right the first
the right
time.
guard. First down and 10 for Leominster out of an I formation at their own 45, going right to left. Tossing under center the snap. Give it to Mackay Newton. Survives 3 hits to cross the line of scrimmage and drives his legs to the Leominster 49-yard line to gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
You know, and Kate, just to reflect on your comment earlier about Mackay Newton, he's running with renewed vigor, especially the last couple of weeks from what I see. And I really think it's him playing healthy. midseason. He's not battling injuries like we saw last year. High hopes as a sophomore, and then got injured midseason. But I think he's staying healthy, and he's really showing what he can do on the field.
I think you're absolutely right about that. We've had, taken in the beginning of each season in the last few years, and that was the name that you heard of coming out of that rushing attack. And as you said, not able to get a full season under his belt to be healthy. And so
we saw a little of him as a freshman, and last year we were electrified in what little we did see of him before he got hurt then also.
Out of the eye, the pitch is to Caden Constant, who races it out to the right edge on 2nd down and 5 into Ranger territory, across the Ranger 45 and up the right sideline to the Ranger 41-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds, and it's a Leominster 1st down and 10 to go. Leominster moving the chains, and that's brought to you by Fidelity Bank of Leominster. The idea that businesses do well creates a brighter today and tomorrow for everyone involved. It's a win-win-win. Now, who doesn't like that? Your Fidelity Bank, helping you get where you want to be with heart. 1st down and 10, Leominster, Ranger 40-yard line, the snap, and Constant gets the handoff and races out to the left sideline. Down the left edge he goes and into the end zone. It's a 41-yard touchdown jaunt for Caden Constant, his 3rd of the night.
And you think they've found something on that left side that they like? I think that's 4, at least 3 or 4, maybe 4 scores around that left side, and basically untouched. Both by Mackay Newton and Caden Constant have both found something they like out there. The blocking scheme is working. I know Jack Fish has been out there leading that charge from his wide receiver position. They've definitely found something they like on that left side.
30 seconds left here in the 3rd. Tossie gets the ball down, and D'Oliveira drives it through. Team's coming back up the field. Final 30 seconds here of the 3rd. It's 34-6. Leominster with the lead. A break, and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. More to come here on Leominster TV. What a great night here at Doyle Field. Replays available throughout the weekend and on into next week. Bradley Bedard here for Leominster TV, bringing you the pictures tonight. Great to be along with you as well. And of course, can't say enough as we welcome back Bill Thomas tonight to the broadcast. Billy, it's great to have you back along with us.
I picked a good night to come back, I will say. I think, we talked a little bit pregame. Caden Constant was a player without a position. The coach wasn't sure what he was going to do with him. He'd lost his starting quarterback job, and all of a sudden he's become one of the stars of the game tonight. I think Caden is playing with renewed energy. He's found a new home at tailback there in that eye, and he's taking full advantage of it.
Leominster loving their night tonight here on the K-Zone on this Saturday night at home. 34-6 is Leominster's lead as they kick from right to left. D'Oliveira sends it end over end downfield. It will be returned by Logan Main. Main across the 30 to the 32, and the scoreboard has just reset itself as it has gone black here at Doyle Field, and now it has come back on. They adjusted the rabbit ears a little bit and appears that everything's okay. Got to give the wire a jiggle. A couple of people's hearts skipped a beat, just a few seats down.
Readjust the tinfoil. We got a flag on that play, Todd, too. We got a little block in the back on that kick return, marching the ball back to the 22.
They'll sort things out just past the bottom of the hour, 8:42 on a Saturday night. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. You're listening to WPKZ, AM 1280 and W287BT Fitchburg from historic Doyle Field tonight. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. 1st down and 10 to go for the Rangers at their own 21-yard line. Back to pass with some time. And then the give on the delay went into the middle of the pile, although it actually looks like Makuchi kept it himself.
I think
he ended up keeping it.
He didn't have much choice at that point. The time clock ran out, and he had to kind of run for his life at that point.
That'll end up being
duck and cover for a 3-yard loss.
Loss of 3, yep.
And the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that's the way the 3rd will end here at Doyle Field. Teams change ends for the 4th and final quarter. It's 34-6, Leominster on top of Westboro. Break, and we're back with more. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight. 3 strong quarters of football, Bill Thomas, but still lots of space and place. Lots of things that Leominster can do in order to make things better.
Well, they've done a lot of positive things tonight. They've had their, I believe, most points they've scored in any one game, looking at their season up to this point. But they've just continued this history they've had against Westboro the last 5 times they've played. They've outscored them, I think, basically 2-1 on the scoreboard over that span. So the history is playing out. Leominster's taking this 28-point lead into the 4th quarter.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. We'll see what the 4th quarter brings for Leominster. Maybe some opportunities to see some players we haven't had a chance to see throughout the year.
I'm trying to see who 17 is here working with the center. Might be seeing him on offense.
Back to historic Doyle Field in Leominster. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and great to have you along with us. Teams change ends. Rangers go right to left here in the 4th. It is an option pitch out for Theo Henderson, and the Leominster defense had that one sniffed out. They weren't going to let Henderson either launch one down the left sideline or run it up an open left sideline. They slid the defensive front over, and they stopped that up in the backfield.
Well, they almost sniffed something out. He's in the game for a reason. They're going to try to sneak that option downfield, or they're going to give him the ball, and they keyed on him on that play for sure.
That'll end up being a loss of 5 for the Rangers and brings them deeper into the shadow of their own end zone. So much like the last few Leominster drives have gone kind of back and forth and in the wrong directions at points in time, Westboro's offense facing the same fate. Just not getting the touchdowns.
Indeed. 3rd down and longer. Makuchi back to pass. Now he steps up in the pocket. He'll throw downfield. Encarnacion climbs the back of Marino, and he's not able to haul it in. It will fall incomplete.
Fortunate not to get a flag there, but the jump ball, he went up clean, up over the top from the back. Good job right there by Encarnacion.
It's a 4th down and double sticks for the Rangers deep in their own end. They need their own 33 for a 1st down, and that'll send Joe Marino back into punt formation, back into his own end zone. Bill Thomas, your question as we were coming back out of the break, who was number 17 working with the center? That is JV quarterback Zach Casey, a sophomore, 5'10", 175. Maybe we'll see him as the action develops. Good snap and a great punt away for Marino. It will take a Ranger bounce, and Costa has to let it go across midfield, and it will be touched down at the Leominster 46-yard line. Nice push up front, by the way. I saw on that play Caleb Roberts making a move to try to make a push on into the hole to try to drive the action or disrupt play up front. And there he goes, Bill Thomas. Is that what you're telling me? Out onto the field?
I am.
And let's see what
another quarterback,
sophomore Zach Casey, has to do. He's going to gain some varsity experience right now with the first teamers. They'll put him into a pistol set here. 2 backs in the backfield with him, 2 receivers on either side. This will be the first deep snap of Leominster's night. Casey puts the handoff into the hands, in this case, of Latrell Cayenne, and that's senior. Loses a couple on the play. Ball will go back across the 45 to the 44-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for Leominster, and lots of clean jerseys. Brian Aguilar will check out as Aaron Christopher, the sophomore, will check in.
Good to see, though, here early in the 4th quarter. You see coaches ride their starters right down to a minute or 2. Good job by Coach Gates getting some fresh players out there, getting some game time.
Casey gets the snap, busted play, and Casey gets driven down from behind, untouched. That was 52, the other defensive player we don't have on our sheet tonight.
And I think he was looking for Latrell, who ended up leading the play rather than taking that handoff. And unfortunately, when Casey turned around, there was nobody there to give the ball to.
Back across the 40 to the Leominster 37-yard line. This drive going the wrong way. Leominster needs the Ranger 44 for a 1st down. They're snapping from their own 37, going left to right.
Josh Cormier out there in the fullback position now.
Casey with the snap, got the handoff into the hands of Cayenne, and Cayenne finds some space out along the right side of the field, cross the Leominster 45, then midfield, stopped up just shy of the Ranger 45 at the 46-yard line, and it will be a third and manageable. Third and about 3 to go.
Nice job. Once he got the ball into Cayenne's belly there, he had a chance to run for some positive yardage.
Excuse me, fourth down and manageable. Fourth down and 2 to go, and Coach Gates says, let's keep the offense on the field, give him a little more time to work. So Casey in a pistol set, hard snap, he bobbles it, but got the handoff into the hands of Josh Cormier, who on the busted play races forward across the 40 to the 38-yard line, and Cormier picks up the Leominster first down, and the drive continues for the second teamers.
I got to tell you, it's got to make you, Todd and Kate, smile when you see players out there that we got to double check the sheet to see whose name it is and being successful. It just brings a smile to my face when I see that kind of success when the second team is finally getting a chance and really showing what they can do.
For a player like Cayenne, it's maybe his only time he gets a chance on the field as a senior, 5'10", 165. For somebody like Cormier, and perhaps auditioning for a future role as a junior going into his senior season. As Cayenne gets the first down carry and loses a couple of yards back to the Ranger 40-yard line. It'll be second down and 12. They need the Ranger 29 for the first down.
Great play on defense by the aforementioned 34 for Westboro.
I just feel terrible about that circumstance.
He's been on so many, he's played almost the entire second half and can't give him any credit.
Second down, 12 and a half. Pistol set, 2 offset backs, 2 receivers out in the formation for Zach Casey at quarterback. The snap, give it to Cayenne, finds some space. Cayenne keeps the play alive. He's spun down across the 35 and down at the Ranger 34-yard line. Tough spot's going to mark him back past the 35 at the 35.5 yard line, but he gains back 5. What was lost plus 3 more. Third down and 7 to go. Leominster needs the Ranger 28.
And I got to tell you, Todd, when you're dotting the aisle in a pistol formation, not only are you 6 yards back, you are 10 yards back from the ball. That's a tough road to hoe for that tailback.
And Cayenne may be auditioning for a role right now as he hands the ball off to Cormier and drives his way into the A-gap. Does Casey. Stopped up on the play, Cormier, and it'll bring up a fourth down, and Leominster certainly going to keep them on the field. Casey will trot on over to speak to head coach Devin Gates just off the sideline. Give him a play option here on fourth down and about 6 to go. Leominster needs the Rangers 28 for a first down as they go left to right here in this fourth and final quarter, leading 34-6. Second teamers mostly out on the field.
Leominster 1 for 1 thus far on fourth down tonight.
Pistol set. Casey asks for the ball. Snap over his shoulder, and he has to fall on it. It'll be a turnover on downs on a busted play. Ball will go back to Westboro, but a little look at the future and some second teamers as well there on that drive for Leominster.
Nice learning experience right there, and I think we'll be seeing a little more of young Zachary Casey in the future.
The only way you can gain experience is by getting a chance to play, and that is what you saw there. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Brady's Restaurant at 37 Mechanic Street, Leominster, offering chef-inspired cuisine by the region's best-loved chef, Bill Brady. Brady's menus are approachable and wallet-friendly. Many dishes available. Gluten-free. Eat, drink, enjoy life at Brady's Restaurant. Menu available online at chefbradys.com.
Tell you, I'm looking down here around the water table, and the second team, as it was just out on offense, they're having their own little team meeting right here. I think talking about when they get back on the field, what they want to do, and it's great to see.
An empty set this time for Makuchi in the backfield. He'll drop back 5 steps. Backside pursuit by Kadua. He's trying to navigate his way upfield as Makuchi, and he cannot even get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be taken down at the Ranger 39-yard line.
Kadua ran about 20 yards, just avoided getting blocked in the back, and still somehow got his way tackle.
There. It was a long way to go, Bill Thomas.
A long way to go to hold that to a 1-yard gain, but he did a great job circling around from his right end position, a linebacker that he's playing, the outside linebacker.
Lost 1, second down and 11. Rangers need midfield for the first down, passing the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Trip receivers out to the right of the formation. Shotgun snap to Makuchi. Handoff for Silva. Silva gets stopped up and taken down running laterally back to the line of scrimmage. Faces a 3rd down and 11 to the Rangers from their own 39-yard line.
And Silva's got his legs got to be showing a little wear and tear now. He's got, I'm not sure, Kate, if you got the number of carries Silva has, but I got to say it's got to be approaching 20, 25, I would say.
Oddly, Silva only with 14 carries,
only
62
14.
yards, because Makuchi has ended up with the ball 11 times thus far in the game, and then, of course, the aforementioned number 34.
A couple receptions, too. I think 33's been on the receiving
Silva has 3 receptions
so
as well.
he's touched the ball close to 20 times. And very productive, but that'll wear down a player real fast.
5 receiver empty set. Makuchi in the gun. On 3rd and 11, back to pass. It is deflected and intercepted. Nico Martinez with the interception and starts the race the way back downfield. 3 flags are out behind the play. It is a pick 6 for the moment for Nico Martinez, but score that an apparent pick 6. The interception will stand, but the flags will call this back. Again, that change of possession, as dramatic as it was, that swing of field, the chances you don't have a hold or a block in the back are slim, and these officials flagged it once again. The 3rd score of the night that gets taken down off the board for Leominster. They rule it a blindside block against Leominster. They'll enforce the penalty from the 34.
15.
It's more than 10, more than 5.
It's a 15. Or?
Yeah.
More than 10.
And so it is an illegal blindside block for 15. So instead of an apparent pick 6 for Nico Martinez, it's an interception and a loss of a whole bunch back to the Ranger 48-yard line at left hash.
Good job, though, by Martinez nonetheless, but let's give the defensive line some credit. All over Makuchi there, really no time. He ends up throwing up a dying duck, which fell into Martinez's hands.
Defense got there and got the contact too, Bill Thomas. Swatted that thing out and it ends up spiraling on end. That's why you get your hands up coming through the line.
You know, Kate and I love that defensive front 4 or offensive front 5. You know, we're looking at them, and they did their job right there on that series.
4:42 to play here in the 4th quarter, 34-6. Leominster's lead. Second teamers back on the field. Zach Casey at quarterback, the sophomore, talking to his line.
Up on the center now, a little different look.
Indeed, now in that I formation we've been seeing all night. Tough exchange,
Oh,
and it is a fumble that has been picked up and then fumbled again. A loose ball bobbling its way downfield. It's still loose. Another Ranger picks it up and into the end zone. It's Matt Silva.
Of all people.
It gets fumbled all the way downfield. It is a 52-yard fumble return for a touchdown for the Rangers. What a mess, but it's 6 points nonetheless.
I'm guessing Zach Casey learned something there. When you don't get a clean snap, don't bother trying to hand it off to your running back. Just
fall on the ball.
Fall on it. That's a tough lesson to learn right there, but this is the type of game where those lessons might pay off in the future.
Kate and I are big fans of the Worldwide Leaders College Game Day on Saturdays. Kate, that one smacks of
job.
You've Got one
No.
job. That seemed like a You Got One job nominee.
That was a little tough right there. But who was it that picked that up? Was it 60? Was it
60,
Kyle Martins?
yeah.
I don't think he's ever ran with the ball because he's carrying it like a loaf of bread. I think he hit it off his knee.
And then lost it
He was
again.
as surprised as anybody.
And Matt Silva was there to
Silva
pick it up
was
and
right
take it
there.
in.
He was leading the charge.
He goes, wait a minute, only I'm
Here
supposed
it
to.
is.
Yeah, that's right.
Pardon
take
me,
that.
that's my job.
Yeah, pardon me, right?
Yeah.
And
I'll be taking that.
I think he knocked the ball out of his hands, truth be told. but- No, only
Rangers
joking.
will go for
Just
2.
joking.
Going right to left. Shotgun set. Hey, it's Fields again, or check, excuse me.
I think it was Silva.
Silva?
On the carry. And into the pile he goes.
Nothing.
No good.
Nothing
2-point
happening
conversion, no good. Back
job.
up the field go the teams. 4:44 to play here in the 4th. 34-12, the Leominster's lead. A break and we're back with more. This is high school football on the K-Zone. Bonus coverage for those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight. And, well, you saw it. You saw it with your own eyes. That one, yep, it's going to happen. When the second teamers go
Fumbled,
in, don't have as much experience playing out on the field, and at times they're going to be, exchange issues. That was an exchange issue between the second team center potentially and the second team quarterback, Zach Casey. Ball hits the ground, try to pick it back up, not able to scramble it back up. Gets fumbled 3 times and finds its way to the
Seeing
end zone.
Kyle Martins come out of that pile running with nobody, like everybody's on the ground, was the most surprising thing, but quite the turn of events.
On a homecoming Saturday night here at Doyle Field. Great to have you with us here on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM and WPKZstream.com, celebrating 80 years of serving this community with live and local fun. Great to have you along with us. Hands team is in. Ball on the tee, 40-yard line at our right. It's a low squib, but it actually rolls its way through the hands team and all the way downfield for Brian Aguilar, who's on the field on return. Aguilar finds some space up the right side. Leominster 35, then the 40, and dragged out of bounds at the Leominster 45-yard line, and the officials are unpiling bodies, and now everybody goes their separate ways. It's Leominster football, 1st and 10. Their own 46 going left to right. Final 4.5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Don't trust your next AV or security system project to a novice. The experts at Central Communication Systems are the key communications provider for thousands of businesses around New England, including Worcester's new Polar Park. Learn more at central-inc.com. Since 1991, the region's communication systems experts. Jake Tossie resumes the quarterback role for Leominster in an interesting turn of events.
Coach Devin Gates just wants the clock to go. Give it to Jake.
He will snap it and give it to Latrell Cayenne, who is dotting the I, and Cayenne will push his way forward to the Leominster 48-yard line, gain 2.
I think you're spot on, Kate, on that assessment. Let's get some solid hands out there at quarterback. You know, Zach Casey did a nice job out there. Learned a little bit, I'm guessing. But, yeah, let's see if we can't get these last 4 minutes over with.
With the difficulties that Leominster offense has faced over the last several weeks here, you don't want to tempt fate.
Exactly
obviously,
right.
you know, the game is well in hand, but let's just not tempt fate.
Let's keep things moving. Let's get out of here. Not get anybody hurt.
I formation once again on 2nd down and 9. Cayenne gets the pitch enthusiastically and with a head of steam to the left edge. Gets spun around by the jersey, crossing the 45, then the 40, and taken out of bounds at the 39-yard line of the Rangers.
Pickup of 13 on the play.
Latrell Cayenne, the senior, 5'10", 165.
I'm looking to see what grade he's in. He's a senior, and we've seen very little of him on the field, special teams maybe, but it's great to get the calls number and see him having this kind of success on homecoming night. Be a game he can remember.
No question about that. Tossie directing a little bit of traffic. Receiver on either side of this I formation. He'll pitch it to Cayenne this time. Cayenne gets a block setting the edge, cuts back inside, across the 35 and down to the Ranger 33-yard line as we pass under the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Leominster with a 34-12 lead.
Cayenne staying on the field. I think he's going to be seeing the ball the next 3 or 4 touches here. Give him some experience at that tailback spot. He's running the edges. We'll have to see if he's got the wherewithal to stay in bounds. If he gets trapped over near the sideline, keep that clock moving. Good game experience for him.
On 2nd down and 4 to go. Into the pile, it was the fullback Josh Cormier who drives his legs across the 30 to the 27-yard line, enough for a Leominster first down.
That might pretty much wrap it up here. A couple of 40-second play clock kneel downs. We're approaching 2 minutes. For sure, one more first down is going to put this game away and go into the victory formation.
Down toward the 2-minute mark. Tossie says get back on sides as he looks at some of his inexperienced receivers out to the left. Tossie the snap, pitches it to Cayenne. Cayenne's going to take it out to the left. Cayenne's got some room down the left numbers. Give it to him as he'll drive his way across the 5 and be taken down around the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal to go for Latrell Cayenne on a gain of 22, and I badly want to see him punch this in.
So do you took the words right out of my mouth. You must have been reading my brain. Does Coach Gates kneel down here now? We don't need points. Or does he try to get Cayenne a touchdown? You know, he's having such great success tonight, and let him cap it off with his.
They're going right back to the line.
Yeah, right
first
back to the
career
line.
touchdown.
Under 90 seconds left here in the fourth. 1st and goal to go from the 5. The delay, give to Cayenne. Play took a little too long to develop, and Cayenne gets stopped in the backfield. 75 with the hit. Vincent Ronquist, the linebacker, 5'7", 200, gets in the game and makes the defensive play for the Rangers.
Oh, go ahead, Kate.
No,
I'm sorry.
last night we had the opportunity to see Fitchburg's Anthony Aquendo, and just what a masterful job he does from that backfield spot. His eyes are constantly looking upfield. When you're seeing a play develop slowly in the backfield, there's a lot going on with regard to the player's eyes and his ability to make a move. Got to happen faster in order to get across that line of scrimmage. And Cayenne again with another carry there to the right.
Yeah, and this one going the wrong way downfield. It'll set up a 3rd down and goal to go from the 10-yard line.
And just to compare tailbacks, Kate, I heard you describing the way Aquendo was running last night, and he was turning on a dime and just hitting those holes at full speed. And
you could
that experience shows, and that's why he had over a 200-yard game.
And you could see, like I said, his eyes were constantly looking upfield, had fantastic peripheral vision, and that's something that you need to make sure that you learn. And that's why these second-teamers are getting the speed of a varsity game right now. That's the purpose of having them in here at this point in time.
And Leominster is not going to run another play. 40-second play clock. It was under 30 seconds. Coach Gates says that's the end of that. And that is the way things will end. Official holds up the ball. Game over here at Doyle Field. Final score, 34-12. Leominster a winner tonight. They improve to 2-3 on the season.
Good job on getting the maximum spread of 14 plus 2 to help out with the power rankings. So I think let's call it mission accomplished tonight for the Blue Devils.
You had a game you had to win, and Leominster won it tonight, and they did so emphatically, but they certainly reminded folks that this is not like a total overhaul. Things didn't change in 1 week's time. There's still a lot of work to be done, but this is the type of positive first step you need in a win tonight. You were supposed to win, and you won, and that's really the story. We'll see this when we wrap up that scoreboard again in the post game, but that's the thing that stands out. The teams this week that are the good football teams that were favored and supposed to win, they won their football games.
They're taking care of business. So, Leominster's playing from behind right now when it comes to the big picture. They can't afford to stub their toes the rest of the way out. Like Coach Gates said pregame, they possibly have to win out to be part of the big picture.
With a 34-12 victory tonight, and with 5 Leominster touchdowns, that's another $250 from Manny's. Manny's Appliance Leominster is the Blue Devils touchdown partner this fall, donating $50 to Leominster athletics and scholarships for every touchdown called right here on the K-Zone. Manny's Appliance on Hamilton Street. No one does appliances better. Add that $250 to the season total, $700 donated by Manny's Appliance Leominster to Leominster athletics and scholarships, and that is just through 5 weeks. Bill Thomas, what a great program.
That's a great program, and maybe we can get him to kick in for the 3 touchdowns that got called back too, but a great job by Manny's Appliance to support Leominster athletics.
Absolutely, supporting the community. Love to see it. $700 thus far and counting on the season from Manny's Appliances. 34-12. Leominster a winner over Westboro tonight. Blue Devils improve to 2-3. For the Rangers, they fall to 1-4. For those of you that have been joining us on Leominster TV tonight, we thank you so much for joining us. Thank Bradley Bedard for bringing us the visuals tonight. If you are joining us on Leominster TV, it's your time now to click on over to your radios, fire up your smart-enabled devices, the legendary AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com. Full Saturday night post-game coming up right now here on the K-Zone. For Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. We say so long for now. For those of you joining us on the TV side on Leominster TV, we'll see you on the radio as our post-game extra begins right now. 34-12, Leominster over Westboro from Doyle Field. Post-game next. This is Leominster High School football on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.